All right. There we go. Let's end this off now. Turn that down a bit so I can hear myself talk. How's everyone doing today? Hello, Soup Played and Andy. I want to play MC3 now. I can't as I have chores and homework. That's life, I guess. Probably a good thing. I think anybody would prefer to do more than something else than this. Wait. Anyone would prefer doing almost anything else other than this. Though, to be completely honest, I was trying to mix today and it was not going well. Mixing on music is just not something I enjoy doing. I find it really stressful, actually. That's out of sync. It's because I had to... Hey! Mouse, come back. There it is. Open. There we go. Let's see. What track will we randomly pick? No. Not that one. We've already had that one. No. I hate this one. I don't want to play this one either. Okay. This one's alright. Any guesses on what it is? I'll give you I give you a hint. It starts with SNES and it ends with a number. Bet no one can guess it. Give up? Okay. SNES Donut Plains 1. Here we go. Neo Cooper City. Ugh. I have no idea where shrooms are, so shrooms are optimally used on this track, so this is gonna be shroomless unless I can see where they're supposed to be used. I think they're actually supposed to be used there, to be honest, aren't they? Let's cut off this turn and see. Or this turn. I don't know what's on the DS or not. I've never played DS Mario Kart. At least not properly. I do have Mario Kart DS on my Wii U, funnily enough. It looks like the shroom turn would be somewhere here. Not that early though, because that turn's a lot shallower than I thought it was. It's probably this turn, to be honest. Probably something like that. Wow. Baby Park PB attempts, I know. That's not happening for a long time. Unless you want to do it. By all means, you can go for it. Jeez. Go for tops here. Oh god, I don't know how to play this track, Scorpy. But thank you. I'm just warming up at the moment though. Is your time still third on the leaderboard? You tell me. I haven't checked. It's great. Oh. I've never played this track properly before, so I'm just kind of going off a limb here and just driving it however I see fit, which is probably not the right way to do it. I thought this would be the shroom, somewhere here, but I'm not entirely certain. There's also this turn with the goddamn piranha plant, which keeps getting me. If I can't get slips, then we're not ready for MC3. Oh! And I keep forgetting that the Koopas are there. GBA Sky Garden, no. I don't like playing that often. I think I'm 5th here. Another good one. Anyway, can't stay around. Good luck. Thank you for popping by then, Scorpy. I hope I can put your good luck to good use today. GBA Sky Garden is nice, but I wouldn't time trial it, personally. I have beaten the expert staff goes there at least, so I do have a time. No idea what it is though. Oh god. That shroom's actually kind of nice. I keep thinking that piranha plant's gonna go down. Ugh. I might look into that track properly someday, but it's actually a real pain to play. Hi, Sean. You got 109 on Luigi Circuit today. Nice. What were your final digits? Digits? A spear course, but it's not. You mean like with all the straightaways and shallow turns? You could probably do something decently with like spear auto there, but I'm not going to try that. $109,936. That's 3 milliseconds off Frost Bulay's first ever sub. Wow. That's what I want to beat, actually. Eventually on that track, as Frost Bulay's first sub. Would be cool. I need the fan on again. What the hell has it done to itself? Hold on. Get back there. Right. That's nothing to be mad about, really. I mean, I can kind of understand it if you once you know the pace of what you could have had. But at the same point in time, it's also a good thing to know that you are capable of that. The amount of paces that I lost yesterday here as well was insane. Suplate can probably vouch for that. There was like 5 or 6 at least on stream. And that was only half of my session yesterday. Frost Bulay? I'm not obsessed with Frost Bulay. It's literally a nice target to go for on Luigi Circuit, and that's it. Also I got 159 on Shy Guys Market. And my goal is 158. Go for it then. I was very in and out last stream. You still witnessed a decent amount of it. Why would you idolize my time on MC3? It's a bag of shit. Idolize someone like Vincent's. As Vincent worked from, I think, like a 118.6, 118.5, that has his, like, ground base up to the sub. Constantly. He doing what I did, but better, basically. My time on MC3 is decent. But it's not good until at least like the 0.3s in my opinion. And even then I think that's subjective. And I think that perspective for me will change when I develop further. Is Vivbot not... turning up at the moment. It's interesting. Oh! There you go. Vidbot just woke up and just sort of like was like just on the enter key. Yeah. Imagine if Vivbot's like an actual guy who just has to watch the streams, and since the Vivbot website closed down, it's only been like commissioned to my channel. And then it's just so there's just one guy just sat here just watching the stream, and he was just sort of sleeping, and then he realized, oh god, Wanky863 is streaming, and someone used the leaderboard command, and I was asleep. Better just spam the thing. The expert staff ghost isn't that hard. The expert staff ghost does fuck all at the ending pretty much. Does not teach you the way you should do the ending on this track. Any decent staff ghost would at least show you how to play that ending. It just decides to be like, alright, what's gone on? Why is this not working all of a sudden? Okay, that was weird. But yeah, no. This is one of the one of the easiest, if not the easiest, expert staff ghost on the Nintendos. Do you want me to? I'll give you a rundown on the shroom if you like. Suplayed. Might help. So. Yeah, no. That staff ghost could go kill itself. BC64 one, honestly. It took me longer to beat the BC64 staff ghost than it did to get a 118.4 on this track, pretty much. Really annoys me. So, the whole alignment for a decent shroom actually comes down to how well you take the hairpin. And the way that I break it down is, you see these green blocks over here on the other side of the track. I try and aim for the middle block, at least the middle block. You can kind of aim towards this line on the left, but I try and, when I come out of the third turn, I try and aim for that region. And now you see there's this yellow brick on the side here. As soon as that goes off screen, you need to hold tight left, and then yeah, just as soon as you see that yellow brick go off screen, you need to hold basically tight left, and if your alignment is correct here, then you should get a decent hairpin, which will release and take you out again, aligned with that green block just here. You see there's 4 of them this time. Kind of got to align with the third block, maybe like kind of the line between the third and the second one actually. And then as you can see here, there's a section of red bricks coming in on the side on the right. Usually I don't use this as a thing anymore because Tyler's my way of timing the shroom now, but as soon as those red bricks go off the screen, so that'll be roughly about here, you start drifting hard right, which should take you about I think the alignment is here. And then when you go through the dirt about here, you pull the shroom as soon as you go through the dirt. And then coming out of the shroom, the minute your back wheel leaves the dirt, you kind of release your mini turbo. I'm still holding to the right for the most part. And then you kind of come out this way and carry on doing the ending, if that makes sense. You can also, if you do the shroom, you can also hold the mini turbo for a little bit. Considering you're just trying to beat the expert staff ghost, it's not that mandatory for you to like release the mini turbo as soon as possible. So you can technically just hold it like that if you find that easier at all. Yeah, there you go. Hello, right. Hello, Bradley. How are you doing? And thank you, Jake, for the host. And hello, Jake, as well. That's a decent way of feeling. It's like your default mood here. Mood. I'd rather jump off a cliff. Huh? What the hell are you talking about, Sean? I said once I get 0.3, if I said that at all. I already broke down your run to you. It's just that Discord didn't send you anything, so... That's not my fault. And yeah, I think Jake's more than... Jake knows that when I've improved or not. He's seen my 4.34 and the massive hiccup at the end. He's more than versed. But I didn't PB it yet. I literally played like 3 attempts and then I showed Sue played the shroom. And that was what I was trying to do. Yes, it didn't send. That's not my fault. I don't know what the hell happened for that not to send. But I think, in short, Sean, just get better at driving the track. If you really want advice to take you places, you know the kind of rough gist of what to do, but you just need to drive it more and kind of start putting it to practice. A 118 is okay. I still think the expert staff go should be just like a 119.02 something. Just force people to sub 118 to beat the expert staff ghost. Still wouldn't even be the hardest expert staff ghost in the game. But it would be hilariously strong. Yeah, just get like Luke to drive something. A 118 where he just doesn't do, he just does a single drift around the turn. Oh god, no! I think I would hate that more than the current expert staff ghost. No, I mean, well, it depends on what you It depends on how you look at it, because Russo did drive it, and Russo's been caught out for cheating on the track, and so lost a lot of his world records last year. But it is quite stupid, but at the same time, that's like the level that this track should have. Feels like it's the level that it deserves at the very least, in my opinion. I've failed beating BC64 Expert to the last fire player and haven't tried to beat it since. That's not even that bad. Have you seen how many... Have you seen the 7 amounts of times that I... Wait, did I say 7 or several? The several amounts of times... That still doesn't make any sense. Have you seen the amount of times... Just remove the word entirely. That I lost to that track? Where I literally just didn't do the wall ride correct. And went out and just kind of bounced off the wall and just smashed into the adjacent wall aside from the finish line. Did you see any of those attempts at all for me, Sean, when I was playing the track for the expert staff goes there? Because it was fucking infuriating. Jake thought it was like the most hilarious thing in the world. I was so mad though. But I beat it, so it's fine. Never going back there again. Let's put that back on. Why did that stop? I like how I just had a PB fail. Yeah, I like how I just had a PB fail yesterday. After Nick raided someone who's just blasting Coconut Mall music on their stream. So I just had like... I was trying to drive a lap 2 with Coconut Mall just... Oh, deafening me pretty much. It was nasty. Not the music you want to hear. You didn't watch me much back then. It was like March. Oh, you found me through Paul's channel. Paul is great. I'm not able to speak to him that often, but he's a great guy. I really wish I could do more with him. We just lack contact with each other most of the time. Like, he made a Skype account so that he could talk with me and Neil, which he just used once when he created it and then never used it again. Likewise with his Discord, it seems. It's really tough to contact him and do anything with him, but Someday we'll figure it out properly. And that's the get Petered paragraph. Sean, I don't think you were here for like my stream. Not yesterday, but the day before. Literally, I was driving well on MC3, but my my chat got overrun with Google Translate shit of the Peter paragraph. And there was at one point where I think Soup just translated it into Russian, and I put the Russian text into the British text to speech on Google Translate, and it was reading out all of the letters, all of the Russian letters, and it got to a point where like one of the things it said sounded like it said croissant prostate. And I think Soup had heard something like lubed your mum or something like that just casually get read out in the middle of gobbledygook. It was bizarre. You would have loved it though. But it was a wasted stream regarding MC3 attempts. I just wasn't playing at all that day, and I had some good driving down, which is annoying. So I don't think I enjoyed it as much as everybody else did, but it was fun. Nah. If I get the 0.3, then the rest of the stream until my designated cutoff point will be translate. How's that? Oh yeah, and that's the thing that Suplay would do. Would just completely fuck up the paragraph. I also need to get the balls on stream at one point, whatever that thing's called. That game will be fun with everybody. Good. I wasn't holding down properly, so I moved while I was trying to release the mini turbo, I think. No way am I going onto Luigi Circuit straight after I PB. That's like just I don't even know how to describe it, but that sounds like a nightmare. My main aim after PBing here is actually not to play the game for a little while. Do something else. Balls on stream or whatever it's called will actually be probably a really good idea, because it means that all the people that just sit here and twiddle their thumbs while I'm just playing this track for months and months on end can actually interact with something purely by just playing in chat. Deluxe tracks. 200cc Sherbet Land, my god! That doesn't sound fun at all, in my opinion. Oh. Do you know, GCN Sherbetland on the Wii U version is where my favourite PB is. One of my favourite PBs I've ever set in the game. And that's not just because it has 863 in it, but purely because it was actually a joy to play. I genuinely enjoyed driving that track. One I did. It was fun. Wow, what the hell was that piece of shit? Jump above big grass patches? What's wrong with that? Sounds perfect to me. I know what you mean. So you kind of have too much of that, you end up just having the fucking Mushroom Gorge gap jump, but like on every other track. It's kind of like the equivalent thing to do, really, isn't it? Because if you hop wrong or shroom wrong or whatever the hell you do, then you're just going to slow down in the off-road. But even then, like, Sherbetland is too small for 200, in my opinion. It's just such a small and cramped track. That's why I kind of liked it in just the Wii U version. Look for a 150cc track. But then there's just... Oh, 150cc on Deluxe is so slow. DS Wario Stadium. DS Wario Stadium is an gamer's favourite track. So on a complete side note, and this will probably only be interesting to a few people, it sounds like Tom has actually finally moved out, which is cool. Just listening to Nick's stream. Sounds like he's in his new place now. I wasn't actually too sure how moving was gonna work for Tom, to be honest. When I move, I'm gonna move fast. As in, like, actually move out. You've still got a long time until that's even a possibility for you, though, so... No need to, rush anything. You don't like lugging around boxes. Not that long? What, like... Are you sure? Because not that long would sound like in a couple of weeks. In my opinion. Oh, I gotcha. When you actually move in general. I thought you meant moved out as in like moved out of your parents. Moved out of living with your parents. It's not in a couple of weeks, then it's probably a while, right? Because not that long would be that soon. In my opinion. I did, but then I told the antidote. Thing is, I don't like lugging boxes to different places. I'm not entirely too sure how this is all lining up at the moment. Regarding boxes, I can kind of sympathize with you there, because the stereo system that I got for Christmas, the one that my parents just randomly gave me, is a heavy piece of shit. I just carried that up the stairs. And it was a nightmare. My arms felt funny for like 3 days afterwards. Because I carried it by myself. Your sights are on MC3 and MC3 only. That's even worse. Don't do that. Because then you'll end up like me and no one wants to do that. Records. Was in like vinyl. I know vinyl is quite hefty. vinyl. Ah. That's where all of my room, right at the very back of the cupboard. That's where all of my mum and dad's old vinyl collection is, I think. They have like an entire mini drawer just dedicated to it with a glass front. There's a 2x LP I want to get, but I can't find it anymore. Ooh, what is it? Notoria by Linkin Park. Might be why then. I think Linkin Park stuff would be quite sought after nowadays. Yeah, that also makes sense as to why you would want it. Especially as vinyl, because that sort of collective would mean a lot to anybody, I think. Found an eBay listing for $35. That's good. Well, that sounds really good actually for vinyl. Unless it's, my mum doesn't have an eBay account. You can order it as a guest. You don't need an account to order anything on eBay. It literally says, like, continue to shopping, and then it asks you, do you have an eBay account? And you can either say yes to log in, no to create one, or no and then continue as a guest. So you don't need to, log in. You can just order it there, and that's how it works. That's actually how I order stuff most of the time off eBay, because I can't be bothered to sort out an eBay account. Oh, that was late. That's really strange. They're not that much different. The only thing really is that eBay is like second-hand stuff usually. So you can buy things brand new. And Amazon is just like brand new most of the time. I don't think that was going to PB. I was only on lap 2. It would have been a PB fail if I finished a lap 2. And it was like a 0.0. I'd say that was a lap 2 fail. I think that's why my mum doesn't like eBay. When I get a job, I hope my mum will have enough tolerance to let me have an eBay account. I mean, if you're old enough to have a job and earn an income that you can spend on your own accord, she shouldn't really have a say in it. She might not be happy about it, but if you do it or not, she doesn't really have a choice. It's just patience, though. This is slow. My mum will force a say in it. She shouldn't. When you're old enough and you are able enough to spend money on your own, then it's wrong. I mean, no, you can't, but if you order something and it shows up at your door, it's already too late. Thanks, B button. I did let go of you there. I don't know why you just wanted to just hold the turn a little bit longer. That was nice. Well, she looks at my email account. She'll monitor my money too and tell me I'm wrong because I'm buying stuff online without her permission. Well, there will be a point in time where you should be able to do that yourself. And if you can't do that, then that's not your fault. That's her fault. At a certain point in time, actually, you could probably change your password on your email so it's completely yours. You can't monitor anything. But for now it would make sense. And I know how that can be. Oh, not any turbo. Alrighty then, Soup Plate. Take it easy. We'll see you in a bit if you come back. Wow. If only that turn wasn't like that. Hi, Lord Soup. Thank you. Hope you're well today. You're okay, got a PB. Is that on this track? I'm doing alright. It's very quiet today. Inching forward by the day. I wish I could do that. Good. That was weird. Just over 0.5 away. Sweet. That's the same distance, I think, between my current PB and the world record. It's like just over 0.5. Not that I'm going for that by any means. Fuck that. I did check. As soon as I get 0.3 or anything lower than 420, ironically enough, on this track, I would be closer to Tyler's PB than I am to Jacob's. You're using Nixco since it does double. That makes perfect sense. Fair enough. Double is better. With wheel, especially. Well, it's easier with wheel. Anything with analog controllers, it's a preference. I personally find it easier than double. That's purely down to the actual concept of how it affects your hands. So for me, it doesn't take too much for me to lay my thumb at one angle. As opposed to moving it around quite a lot. To do the double. I guess it's also easier with any D-pad controllers as well, actually, considering that, you know, you would need to do some sort of claw along with an angle. And for the most part, people do that with the same one hand. Sounds like a nightmare. Damn moth. Why is it... Why do you have to land there? It's annoying. I didn't move like that. That wasn't me doing that, that was the controller. I don't know why it did that. Oh. I need to stop holding the controller so harshly. Soften up a little bit. I was doing that yesterday as well. I think that was actually what was costing me to lose some of these runs. Hello, Charlie Long. I practiced this track today. Nice. I don't know if you can really establish practicing this track as a thing for me anymore. Otherwise, I'm practicing every day, I guess. That's the one. Ugh. Oh. 0.1. I think that's a 0.1. Nice. And I killed the run instantly. There we go. That's my first 0.1 lap one in a while. I'm happy with that. The worst thing is getting the drift going the wrong way. That is quite infuriating. One of the many losses of a run, for sure. I also personally like, and by like I mean despise, missing a mini turbo. That's fun. Hey Christraw, how are you doing? Haven't seen you for a while, and thank you Lord Soup for clipping that. I'm doing pretty good, how about you? I think I'm alright. Playing this track again as usual, so it's quite hard to tell, but I think I'm alright. Good to hear that you are well. Have you been doing any more Mario Maker stuff? Made any more courses for us to traumatize ourselves on? I think Nil, I don't know for sure, but I think Nil said he was going to try out some more of your courses on Saturday, I think. Either that or he said he has some more time to record on Saturday and was asking me if I wanted to do anything. I don't know though. You're trying to upload another one right now. Sweet. God knows how that one's gonna be for everyone else to do. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I could just... I said this in like one of the recordings. Whenever we just do some of your levels or something, I can just picture you just sitting there smiling and just grinning at our attempts and reactions so much. It's just painted so well in my head. I can't wait to see that. One of my levels has reached a clear of 0 out of 500 attempts. Wow. That's insane. I wish that some of my levels were harder, obviously. You kind of helped me to make that a reality with one of them, obviously, but I'm not good enough to make difficult levels, and then when I tried making at least something that would be somewhat challenging, which is the Mario's training course one, Nil found a way to just break the course. It was really, made me really sad. Not to mention the hidden star boxes that were around so that I could make it easier for myself to finish the level. When I was watching the Just Run level, you literally couldn't have described it better, and I just broke out in laughter after that. Sweet. Oh god. I should remember that, like, trying to force Ningamer to be the one to finish that level. And I think we got to, there was an attempt where we did it to the end, and then Bradley was the one that got to the end, and I said, okay, well, we're doing that again just so that Ningamer gets a chance to finish the level, and then Bradley just threw his controller onto his desk, and he just quit the game. You just had enough. Oh. Whee! I saw that video. The shortcut Neil took in your training course. Well, perhaps if you made some precision levels, you would have lower clear levels or puzzle levels. But he was clearly frustrated. He asked if I was mentally okay. I remember that, yeah. The truth is, though, if you're able to make courses like you do, it's probably not questionable whether you're mentally okay or not. It's probably a proof of concept that you're actually smarter than all of us. Because I don't understand any of your levels until I see Nil at least somewhat break them down for me. Like Nil is the Mario guy out of all of us. Bradley's more of a speedrunner. So he likes speedrun levels. And actually, he has a speedrun level which is kind of similar to, I guess, your style. Like it just has a hidden box at the very beginning where you have to go over a wall with a propeller hat, a propeller suit, and then you just have to make these really precise jumps in order to get to the end. And only me, Nil, and Jake have got to the end of that one. No one else has been able to figure that out. Which is interesting. Then he just has another one where you just jump over a gap. Ah! Okay. Also, hello, Griffin. I did see you there. Thank you for the good luck. I just saluted my microphone, so... I don't know why. Yeah, have I missed something? I felt like I missed something. No, I haven't missed something. Hello, Shadow. How are you doing? Everyone's jumping in now. I tried Bradley speedrun and I didn't really like it. I figured out the jumps and where to go. I just couldn't pull them off. I was also kind of lazy and didn't try hard enough. Fair enough. You could certainly get it though. Like I can tell just from your knowledge of what you've been able to create. Like you could, if you put the time into it, figure out Bradley's easy peasy. It's like a bowl of Cheerios for you. That's fair enough. It took me like, I think 2 hours or something just to do Bradley's. Myself. And then I forced Nil to go for the record on that. Okay. Also, I did make a clear video for the Just Run level if you wanted to see it, but I haven't published it. If Nil messages me at all with murderous threats and rage for not being able to pass the level, then I will definitely ask you for it. Right now I'm looking for a new router that I can buy at my local store, and I might get a LAN adapter if necessary. Awesome. Poor Neil, he has been really struggling with one of my levels. He got one of the levels to a clear rate of 1 out of 1,200. That what? I don't even know what I don't even know what that reaction was. It probably just was what it was. A load of random noise. That's obscene. Also, I don't know why that happened like that. Gotta love this. Oh, what was that? What are you doing? What are you doing, computer? Hold on. What was that? Okay, okay then. Just be like that. God, technology. Sorry. Just ignore me. I don't want to keep suffering with my brother's terrible internet connection, and my friends keep complaining for me to fix my shit. Well, it sounds like you're looking in the right direction, I guess, Shadow. One thing's for certain is if you have a lot of devices that are very bandwidth heavy, an Ethernet connection on at least one of them makes it easier. And what I've actually done is I have my iMac just to like an Ethernet connection, an Ethernet adapter. And then I use the hotspot feature on that, and everything else is just connected to that. Even though, like, my room is next to my dad's office where the router actually is. I still have really weird issues with it. So I've just focused everything to be connected to it within my room. It's quite interesting, actually. Also, I kind of hope Neil does play some more of my levels on Saturday, because right now I have about 8 or 9 uncleared levels, including Just Run. Oh my god. I think you're putting out more levels than we can handle, Chris. You're honestly a tank at this sort of thing. It's insane. If you want to do any more of my levels, you're more than welcome to, by the way. You could do all of them if you like and just make them harder. What I was personally thinking that you were actually going to attempt to recreate my my Mario's training course stage and make that a literal hell of a training course. Which would have been really cool to see, but it would have just been a nightmare to do. Many believe that having a LAN adapter will allow wired connection and there's absolutely no lag. That's not entirely true. I think there would still be lag as such, depending on your broadband in general, but yeah. Oh yeah. I have a lot more ideas for precision levels. I was kind of wondering how I would make some of your other levels harder. Well, if you give it enough thought, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. You would know better than me, after all. Clearly. If I can get a new wireless router and a LAN adapter to go with it, I may be able to not only put my Switch online, but something. Also, possibly live stream with OBS on my laptop computer. There you go then. What more do you want? Are you just planning on changing the router, or are you going to also change your actual internet connection as well? The training course level was the one that I definitely considered. I was also wondering if you would grind the Just Run level before Neil does, or just wait until Neil figures it out. I don't know if I'm gonna grind it at all. Honestly. Because if I was to do it, it would literally take me like probably a year to finish. Hey Chavis, I owe you something, don't I? Yes, I do. I owe you one of these. Alright, that looks about done to me. Let me carry on going back. I'm not changing my rotor. I'm just trying to get one for myself so that I don't have to suffer through my brothers. I mean, as good as an idea as that could be, it might not necessarily change. It might not necessarily fix your problem. Because if you're still using the same broadband or the same internet connection, if it's actually the internet, your broadband, like either the company or the connection, to the I guess it's the mainframe or something, then a new router's not gonna fix it at all. But if it's purely weak connection because, you know, numerous people are using said router, so like your brother's connecting to it as well, and he's got like about 7 different devices on it, and the reason why you can't use the internet properly is because they're all trying to hog bandwidth from the same location, then it would make more sense. What else is there? I bet I beat the level in one day, the same day you said I could recreate the level, and I finished it in the same day. That is respectable, honestly. Like, you finished that quicker than you even were telling me you would be able to finish it, so that was good. Do you have a Discord? Yes, I do. It is whenever my mouse will stop disappearing. It's literally Discord. Let's get rid of that E. There. Should have worked. Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm sorry, Andy. I'm going to have to have dinner. Not sure you will still be alive by the time I'm done, but it was nice seeing you. We'll see, Chris. Thank you for popping by. It was nice to chat to you as always. Hope dinner goes well. Hope your family are doing well as well. and enjoy dinner too. And yep, I'll see you if I see you, and if not, take care. I'm not getting a new router from my internet provider. I'm going to try and buy one from my local electronics store. Right. Have you checked for the capacity of the routers and everything, Shadow? And also, again, have you actually checked that that's the thing you need to change? And it's not actually your service provider. That was the word I was looking for. Like, is it definitely the router, the router, or whatever you call it? You don't know what you mean by capacity, as in like the amount of devices it can take in. Is the poor connection purely because your brother's router is being overloaded, or is it actually because of the amount of upload and download that you get from your service provider? Because if it's just on the router, then, you know, changing it would make sense, because then that would you can just put all your devices on one and connect to the internet connection, and it not having to deal with competing with other devices for the same connection. But if it's your service provider, then a new router won't change anything. Because you're just on the same sort of internet line. All devices are connected to the same router that my brother has. I want to connect only my Wii U and Switch and my laptop to the new one. Okay. But do you know if that will work? Like, do you know that that's why? Because although it makes some sense, it wouldn't be worth doing if it's just your service provider. You sent me a friend request. Oh, awesome. I will check it once I've finished, if I remember as well. I shouldn't really forget. I mean, the friend request would show up in like a little red ball at the top, right? And I make sure I keep that area clear, so if I add most people, retract some that I don't want added. So you should be the only one there. Ugh, okay. I sadly don't know if that's why, because I don't think the router should match with my service provider. If it did, it would result in a much higher bill, and that's not fun. Then I don't know. It might be just worth doing what I do instead, Shadow. Get an Ethernet connection to your laptop and then use that as a hotspot for all your other devices. Actually, I don't know what cable I would need to go alongside a LAN adapter if I needed that. An Ethernet cable, if that's what you're referring to. A stream froze, or is it just my end? It's still playing for me. I can see it still playing back fine. I might have dropped frames. I'm dropping a bit more than normal. Hi, sweetie. Your Twitch has been dumb, alright. Why is your Twitch being dumb? No idea. Oh, that just sounds like it's, yeah, that just sounds like it dropped frame soup. Or the capture card might have frozen or stuttered a bit. Yeah, it must have just dropped frames, that's all. So an Ethernet cable would connect between the LAN adapter and the router, and the USB part of the LAN adapter would connect to the switch, if that's what you want it for. What I was suggesting, though, Shadow, is if you just connect your computer through LAN. I don't know if you've got a desktop or a laptop. I assume you've got a laptop. But if you have a laptop with Windows 10, what you can actually do is you could connect your laptop through Ethernet, and then you can make a hotspot on your laptop. So you would be able to connect your Wii U and your Switch to the hotspot on your laptop, and then the laptop will just manage that signal for you and take it all the way to your router. The downside to that, though, of course, is that there will be more things using bandwidth on your laptop than normal. So if you're streaming from the laptop as well, your laptop will be competing for connection with the Switch and Wii U, like actually on itself. If that makes any sense at all. Regarding actually playing games, if you just have the LAN adapter connected directly into your Switch, it's just plug and play in Switch. Actually, you can literally just get one and it's already hooked up, and you just plug it into the USB parts on the side. And you don't even need to change it; it just automatically detects it and would use it as a LAN connection. The Wii U, you would need to change the settings manually. But for that would at least ensure that your games are not that laggy. Even though the connection may not necessarily be great on your computer, you would ensure that you might have a more decent connection to your consoles. I'll be back. I'm going to try and see if I can purchase a new router, if there's any money left in my bank account. A LAN adapter as well. Are you sure that a new router would be the thing you need, though? I feel like more research is needed, Shadow. Because a LAN adapter probably would work just fine. A router might just be a waste of money. How's the stream going? I tried streaming for the first time this morning and it didn't work well. Is that me or Shadow? I think the stream's going alright. It's kind of a more mediocre one today. I'm not necessarily getting anywhere with the game. Other than like a 208 lap 1. And like a couple of other low 2s. And not as many people are around today, it seems. So it's been quite quiet. What else is there? Dropped a couple of frames. I've been doing that a little bit more than normal recently, actually, so it's irritating. That's about it, though. I can't do anything. This is a stick up. Give me your floopies. Do you know what's funny? I don't know why this is the thing, but I'm pretty sure like every broadcaster just has infinite chat points, because that's what I've got. Like mine is just an infinite sign on here. I don't know why. I mean, well, actually, no. It kind of makes sense why, because you're the broadcaster, but like I don't know why the broadcaster would spend points on their own channel. Doesn't really make any sense. Okay. When you get your MC3 goal, you should spend the points on and quit MC3. When will that be, though? No one knows. I don't even know the answer to that question. You're saving up for the 12-hour Fortnite stream. I keep telling you. You're not going to get that. Because Bradley's got the similar thing on his chat. And I believe he's done the math to figure out how long it would actually take you to get there. And I think for his, it would take 300 years if you were subbed to him. But that was also applying by the old point rewards. So like whenever, back when he made that, what used to happen is you would get 50 as just like standard, but you would get 100 chat points if you were subbed. However, I think it's changed to 60 now. I don't know if it's changed or if it's because I have so many points and just random people's chats that it's just starting to give me 60 instead of 50, or instead of 100 even. So it was 300 if you have like the max of 300 years, and then it's but it's probably considerably more now. You also get 60? Well, maybe they've standardized it then. I'm on 89k. No, not 8.9k. The bread convo keeps robbing me. Stop spending your points on it then. Because that's been used so many times, I don't even have anything to say about bread anymore. I just don't. I don't know if you can hack them. Wait, this isn't Google. That shroom was really nice. I don't know about the exit, but the shroom itself was really nice. Is there one I could spend on VIP roll, or is that something you gotta earn? Something that's earned, I guess. But I'm not really one to update the rolls regularly. So there are people who have, like, in my eyes, earned being VIPs and whatnot. But I update it so infrequently. Just give me your credit card details and we'll pay you 100,000 channel points for free. Okay, one sec. I think that's actually how many I've got on Bradley's channel now. It's just over 100,000 something. 100 and something thousand. It's taken me ages to get that though. And it really irritates me how I've got that much and I just see random people just spending 1,000 constantly on the smiley face option. It's just so like, why? Why would you do that? Thank you for the host fatality. Though this is probably the last half hour I'm doing this or something like that. We'll see. And thank you for the host Chavis as well. Why is everyone hosting me now? No point in redeeming anything on streams like Tom, who won't see your message. Well, Tom doesn't have anything anyways. Well, yeah, he doesn't have rewards, so you literally just collect points and that's it. And Tom's actually really good with messages. He might miss a few every now and then, or you know, depending on how many people there are in chat. If they just like overrun him with loads of bits and subs, what happens every now and then, he can get a bit lost, but for the most part he does read stuff. Yeah, he doesn't really say anything out loud. He just kind of responds if it's a conversation, really. You sent me something in DMs. Did you PB again? I haven't checked Discord yet, so I would have to check it after this. Unless you want me to check it right now. You'll see. Oh boy, what could it possibly be? Did you get 147 on dry? Just casually, out of nowhere. Oh, it's not dry. I have 30k on Tom's stream and I thought that was a lot. Yeah, we were speaking about Bradley's stream earlier. I think I might actually be like on the 100k border. I'll give you a hint. It's a spear track that I came back to recently. Spear track. Interesting. The first thing that pops into mind is Mario Circuit. But I don't know if that's because I've seen Bint upload some screenshots of that earlier this month, I think. I know Sean was also playing LC earlier. Don't know if he's played that because you were playing that. So I know he likes to copy you. Kinda. I held too far to the left for some reason. I don't know why. Ah. Also, I kind of guessed it right. It was wrong circuit, but then I kind of went to Luigi just as you were saying it. Missed European tops by 5 milliseconds. 109393. You got Jake's MC3 digits as well. That's obscene. The European tops are so strong there. It's unbelievable. So that's definitely more. That's definitely nothing to shake a stick at for sure. Hold on, what did Sweetie say? Probably going to practice modding tomorrow since I got some thing to rip files with. It might be the clue to figure out custom prediction trackers and things I want to mod. That sounds cool. You could soft lock Bradley by using no mic and no face cam multiple times. Oh my god, I could. I could literally like make him turn it off for like an hour, maybe 2. Off you go, Thumb. Thumb has gone by. Hello again, Chris. How was dinner? Thumb has a hot date. No. Thumb just doesn't balance very well. What was that yelp? Anything, honestly. It's probably not even the weirdest sound that I made or make on the stream. You sound like a dog that got trod on. Oh, no. Sounded like a dog that got trod on. Be right back in an hour and a half. Let me just go and kidnap my next door neighbour's dog. Bring it up into my room. and stamp on its feet, and I will show you how a dog would sound like. Trod on it. That's a horrible thing to even think about. Then the neighbour's dog just sounds like it's getting trod on all the time. It's one of those little yappy ones. It was very boring, but glad to be back here nonetheless. Nice. I don't know how dinner could be boring, but I mean, I guess if you've eaten the same thing for like a good few days in a row, then I guess that would make sense. You should hear the sounds that Handy made when he plays My Mario Maker 2 levels. Also, Handy, how could you do that to a dog? I wouldn't actually do that to a dog. Dogs are amazing. I'd much prefer to clone myself and then do it to me. Where have you gone today, internet? Come back. It's really random. Why does it do that? There we go. Dog863 raging at Mario Kart Wii instead of Dog Kart Wii instead of Mario Kart Wii. I don't know what that is anymore. No. Any dog would be smart enough not to play this track. Banana. Sweetie, what the hell? Thank you for however many bits that is. 15! Thank you. That was enough to be banana, actually. And it was really random. Why did you give me that? I don't deserve money. I'm talking about stamping on a dog and screaming. It's not something you should give money to. I need an option for 10 bits. I mean, you just type the bit thing and you write a 0 next to it, right? You don't have to do like bit 1, bit 1, bit 1, bit 1 the whole time if you don't actually want to. And thank you for the host, Scorpy, though I don't actually know how long I'm going on for today. Why is everyone hosting me all of a sudden? Please be grateful. I mean, it's not that I'm ungrateful for it, it's just random sometimes. Because we like watching you suffer. Don't say that while Chris is here. I'll end up having to do a Mario Maker stream. Why do you think I make hard Mario Maker levels? Because I don't even know how to answer this question. It feels like a trap. I'd love to see a Mario Maker stream. Oh crap. That means I have to do one now, don't I? Eventually. Oh, what? How many zeros is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's It's 1,000,000. You just pay 1,000,000,000 bits to kidnap the neighbour's dog. I don't want the neighbour's dog. The neighbour's dog annoys the crap out of me. I'd at least have a medium-sized dog, I think, if I could. Can't have medium-sized dog, though. Oh, crap. I might do a Mario Maker thing one day. It'll take me years to complete your levels though, Chris. I'll be here for longer than I've been grinding this track. I swear. I don't know if Fatality has. I think Fatality should do it for the Mario Kart stuff most of the time. I think if he was agreeing with you, he was referring to me playing this. Ah, no, not Peter. Yeah, the clear rate would go insanely low. I would finally clear it, and you would just have a 1 over an infinite symbol. It would just be too many. Or like 7 9s with just a plus at the end. That's how much. That's how much it would do that. Oh, that's how badly it would go for me. But I have beaten a few Pangaea levels in Super Mario Maker 1. That's pretty sweet. Love Super Mario Maker 2 to bits. I didn't even know you had that game. It's good. Need to send you some levels at some point, Fatality. How's MC3 going? It is going. Pangaea levels give me PTSD. Is it not? It's not Pangaea. Panga. It's technically how it should be said. Pangaea is like the mishmash of all the continents a long time ago, isn't it? I like how I just call it a mishmash. Silly continents, all being this one together billions of years ago. Idiots. I'm not doing amazing. This is not amazing. If this was amazing, I would have PB'd by now. Sean getting close to the wall on MC3 gives me PTSD. What do you mean? Like, literally just getting nunchucked and just sat here. Look at me, I'm close to the wall. I can't even touch the wall. Look, there's like an invisible boundary that Daisy seems to have, and I just clipped inside it. I can make the wall go away! There you go. Everyone can take the shroom super tight now, it's gone. Wall equals gone. Huzzah. I've made Daisy disappear, even better. No, get back there. Perfect. Best track. Tyler, come back. I should stop being so loud. All my family are in bed. Mario Kart gives me constant PTSD in general. Why are we talking about PTSD? Unfortunately, I don't have enough money right now to purchase the new router. I will wait until sometime next month to buy one. Meanwhile, I'm going to buy a 10-foot micro USB cable for my phone. Okay. Nice to know. It will give you time. It will give you enough time to put some research into it, Shadow. Make sure you actually do need a new router would work for you instead of just like buying one and not have it work the same manner because of your internet provider. .116 world record. Oh, Christ. That would be true, though. Luke would be, like, obliterated if that becomes a reality. I have way too much PTSD from the hot garbage levels I played in Mario Maker 2 so far. One of them had a clear rate of 0.09% or something. That sounds ridiculous. I need to make a level where I know, like, you do all those strategic written levels, Chris, with all the words in it, and you have to, like, move around the words in such a way to collect coins to finish the level to a timer. You need to do that with, like, a Team 863 one. That would be very interesting. Oh. I held the analog stick too hardly. Hardly? Hardly. Too hardly. Too harshly. Oh god, a shadow essay? I might make an MC3 level. I don't want to know what that would even be. That would be interesting. I'll make that if you bet if you beat one of my precision levels before Neil does. I mean, I beat that Toadette one. Is that not precision enough? It was like the easiest one that I could understand quick enough. And I was the first person to clear it. What do you mean the proper one with all the words written out of it? If that's the case, then I will consider it. No, it's a speedrun level. Damn it! Not good enough. Well, then I'm going to cry. I'm gonna cry. If it's a paragraph you want, then it's a paragraph you're gonna get. Oh crap. Hi, Bint. Everyone's showing up now, and I'm way too energetic for nearly 1 in the morning. I would cry if I just have to play this every day. Why would you, though? I think you're more sensible than that, Lord Soup. Oh god, the ninties are coming for me. Just found one that Nil hasn't beat yet. And then I clear one of them. That's easier said than done. It's like saying, hey, you know, that guy, and then you point over there to some guy in a wheelchair, or like with an old man with a walking stick. He hasn't climbed this roof yet. And then you point to like an old church with the roof just sort of like falling apart and loose roof tiles and everything. So, you know. and then you say, you know, so if you climb this roof top, you do it before him. And I'm like, but I don't want to do it. I don't even know how to climb. I don't even have, like, I probably don't even have the physical upper body strength needed to climb either. Okay. My god, I would love it if I can just have a PB where I'm talking about my weak upper body strength. Never mind, I'll just drift to the left randomly. That would be fantastic. You're honestly making that comparison with my levels. That's how they feel! Is that not your intention? Am I reading into your artwork all wrong? Oh, Jesus Lord, there's a shadow paragraph, right. Silence in the audience, please. Let's try and read this without destroying everything. The universe. That'd be a good start. Actually, you know what? No one would miss it if it's gone. Let's take a gamble, shall we? See if it actually does. Well, who knows? For those next 2 weeks, I've got a series of videos to upload. I've got a set order of Smash battles to upload, including with my friend Scene. I've got one other person from New York to get out of my way first, and then once I'm done with my matches against Scene, I will try to finish my playthrough of Pokemon Stadium 2 for the Nintendo 64. There you go. The shadow paragraph. The track is suddenly in mirror mode. Well, that would be even worse. I would not be able to finish it. It's my intention to make them hard, but yeah, you can do it as well. How do you make a hard Mario Maker 2 level? And then Chris answers the question, which I won't have time to read out before I do this. Well, you either can make them complete hot garbage troll levels, or make a level that includes precision, shell jumps, performing, and luck-based levels. There you go. Platforming, even. Performing. I'll just get up onto one of Trishaw's levels and start playing guitar, and I'll just immediately clear it. How's that? Also, it's 1 o'clock, so the last lap 1 to be completed will be my last of tonight. I think I had the grand total of 1 potential PB fail. Maybe 2. Wasn't counting tonight, but that's not bad. I got a 0.1 lap 1 though, so it's all good. In my opinion, I find myself creating levels more than playing others. Is that in response to something else? I mean, yeah. Chris, did you see the highlight for Mario Maker that I uploaded before we started the recording session? It's just one on my channel, actually, not on the team channel. Me and Bradley were just playing to warm up. And we were playing this ridiculous level where Bradley had almost grasped the concept of it, and then I hit a hidden block right at the very beginning, and a vine just went up to a door off the top, and it was kind of like your stage that we had to do, and we ended up forcing Neil to just finish the whole thing for us. But yeah, we me and Bradley were just playing that, and so I went up the vine thinking that it was just a troll door like you would put in at the very beginning of your stage, but it just went straight to the end. And Bradley was there for like a good 10 minutes actually trying to figure out the course and doing a better job at it than me, and then I skipped all the way to the end, and he was just so mad. It's such a such a stupid thing, honestly. I didn't see that. I would have to check it out. I need to see that now. It's really silly. It was such a... What the hell is that smell? Ugh. It sounds like someone... It just smells like someone's taken a massive crap in my garden. It's just floated up here. Start up a nostalgia convo. Oh, Christ. What would be nostalgic? Let's think. The closest thing that I can think of that would be nostalgic is relating to this. And honestly, I remember when I was just able to tank this game a lot more than I currently do. And I was actually, and because I wasn't at a high level that I have pushed myself to, I was actually able to improve more often. So there'd be points in time where I'd go to college, back when I was in college, which is like an hour away by train nearly. So I had to wake up at like 6 in the morning. Now to catch the train there. This is back when I was grinding for the sub, actually. Sub 119. And I just hadn't learned all the main concepts like soft drifting and slip drifting. And all those, I was purely just driving the track to try and beat it. Just like raw at the time. But yeah. So I'd have to wake up at like 6 in the morning to catch the train at 7. To go to college for 9 o'clock, and I'd be there sometimes until 4, so I wouldn't get home until 5. Specifically in the winter time, I'd be home. I would be out of the house for longer than the day would be lit by the sun. Or during sunlight hours even, I could have just said that. And then what I would do is I'd have college work to do still after I got home, so that would happen for like an hour or two, and I'd just eat dinner. And then straight after dinner, I would just tank playing this, like from 8 o'clock all the way up to 2 or 3 in the morning. When I got too tired, and then I just rinse and repeat the next day. Go to bed at 2, wake up at 6, and I would go for like a full day at college, plus having to do extra work at home, and then I would still tank this game. And I'd improve every other week as well. I did, but like weirdly enough, I was fine. Like I felt okay with it all. I was comfortably able to do that and lug a massive guitar case around with me as well while I was there. And it was the same when I didn't have college, the weekends. I would literally sit down for probably almost the whole weekend and play the game. It's like I think my longest session on this track is borderline 8 or 9 hours straight. That was too much though. Like I actually really damaged my hand doing that. I needed to go to the hospital for that. Not hospital, the doctors, just to have it checked over. never went for that long on the track ever again. It was a really stupid thing to do, actually. What did Chris say? I think he said something before I did that. Yeah, that's why I don't like dev exits or trolls. They're just obnoxious. Also, that's why I made the so-called dev exit a troll. Oh, the upside down one, I assume. Oh no, the one I was talking about. I see. No, I gotcha. I've ran into that more than once. Like, there's people who just put those plant pots at the beginning, and you go up and you think it takes you to the end, but it just kills you at the end. Like, I've run into that at least, like, 3 times, so I was just expecting that that's what this level would be. But it just took you to the end instead. It was really weird. That was me 5 years ago. I stopped playing in 2015 after I got Skype taken away from me. Yeah, I stopped playing Mario Kart Wii a while ago. I think my Skype account is still activated, but I don't have it downloaded on my new computer. I mean, I think I've actually properly deleted my account now. I play in bursts. Won't play for a month, but will play for 10 hours in one day. Yeah, you kind of do that, but like, that makes sense, Lord Suit. I don't have the capacity to do that nearly like that strong anymore. I can never play for more than 3 hours a day in the same session. Yeah, 3 hours is pushing it for me as well, actually. Like this session is kind of coming up to 3 hours. It usually just, if I end off at 1, which is usually my target time, but I'm trying to just finish off one more lap 1 before I finish. But if I'm able to finish off enough, then usually it gets to around 3 hours, maybe just before 2. Yesterday I went for like, I think 5, but split up. So it was 1 hour in between music things, in between dinner, in between doing it on stream. I could do like 8 with 2 hours in between, 3.5 maybe. Yeah, if that works for you, then by all means. Sometimes I can play for 1 hour, and sometimes I can beat 10 hours. My life has zero consistency in general. I think everybody's does. Unless they have an ultimately strict schedule. I think I stopped using Skype after Josh and I fought, but he has never tried talking to me since then, since he blocked me on almost every social media. I always wanted to be friends with him again, but oh well. I mean, you can always, I'm sure there might be an opportunity where you can try and just get more in touch with him again, Chris. Like, there are instances where I have tried to plan, like, I wanted to plan, I don't know if you remember this, but I wanted to plan a full team worldwide session on the Wii U version of Mario Kart 8, and you and Josh were both going to be in that. And Josh, I asked Josh if he wanted to be in that, and told him that you would be there, and if it would make him uncomfortable or not, but he said he was fine with it. Like, he'd be like, yeah, that's okay. So I don't know. A lot has changed for him since then, but he still looks at it very weirdly. If something doesn't go... Like, if something just goes very weirdly like that when it did, he often just can't look at things the same way again. So he's had stuff like that happen with people that he's known in school. And he's had stuff like that happen with, I think, other people in his family. So he's just quite skeptical, but he's all right. Most of my Peach Beach sessions when I was aiming for 112 were more than 2.5 hours, and if there was one in the morning, the other one's towards the night, that would make sense. In fact, that's actually probably a really good way of looking at it. If you got a decent sleep schedule and a good schedule for the whole day. I think I like other games too much to play this game every day. That's good. I'm the complete opposite. I just don't play any other games anymore. This is mainly my own game now. And I guess Mario Maker to some extent. I've got a much bigger community than my former friend of mine who blocked me had. If you see that as a good thing or not, then yeah. I don't know. Personally, I don't like things feeling like a timetable. You see, I feel like I'm the complete opposite. Like, I like schedules because I know when things are gonna happen. And all that malarkey. Not constantly like that though. Like, I wouldn't just want to do this schedule for the next 20 years of my life. I haven't even done it for the last 20 years of my life. So... try and focus on finishing a lap. You can tell this is already starting to deteriorate because I'm actually getting tired. My focus is dim. I think to a certain extent I can agree with not liking a timetable and also liking a timetable, because sometimes it's nice knowing what's coming and going with the flow, and then other times I just wish I knew what was coming. Yeah. There's a fine mix between the two, I think, that you need to hit. So it's a more of a balance thing. So you can't really have too much of one without needing more of the other, really. I just hate having to wait for things to happen. Makes me feel almost helpless in a sense. I get you. But in a sense, I guess you are. Because there are only a few things that you can control. It's kind of how I feel about this track, actually. Like, I can drive as well as I can. I want to some of the time, but ultimately it seems like it's the game that's the deciding factor of whether or not I make any progress. Even though, specifically with MC3, it's very much me that's in the control of that. We just skipped all the... We went through nostalgia all the way to deep conversation now. That's a lap 1. Good. I'm calling it for today then. Ugh. I mean, it depends, really. It depends on how detailed you go into nostalgic, and it depends on how... if you class it as a good thing or a bad thing. Deep to me has some sort of really surreal sense, as in it actually kind of changes the way you physically feel. How you're physically feeling, if it's like, you know, deep enough. Whereas nostalgia can kind of just feel, I guess, wholesome to some extent. It has a different sense to me. Let's see. I mean, you helped me get to where I am on MC3 today, so I think everyone here will agree with me and say we shall support you the same way. It seems that way, Fatality, and I'm happy that at least no one just turns around. I say no one. Not everyone turns around to me and says like, dude, you should totally give up because you're always behind the ghost. Everyone else is like, whenever I hit a pipe, they're like, oh, that's so close, you could have had that if that one thing just didn't happen, man. Come on, you're so close, you can get there. And I agree, like, I see that too. So we're all on the same page of the book. But today just wasn't the day. And that's okay. There will always be another day to come where it could be the day, you know? I'm gonna try and reload that so I can actually look at some stuff. Give me a sec. Just swap around the controllers because I don't have a sensor bar. So, lol. Alrighty then, Shadow. See you in a bit. Lawsuit redeemed a bread convo. Oh god, I don't even know anything about what to say with bread and everything. I know when I went to have toast this morning, you know how I keep saying that my parents put the goddamn bread in the freezer? The bread is like pre-sliced, and I think it was put in the freezer in such a way where it was kind of squished on one end. So the first third of the bread had been frozen in a way where it was kind of just folded and scrunched up on itself. And I was like, oh god, you can't use half of this stuff! I was so annoyed that I almost like took it out in a chunk and was like gonna throw it across the kitchen. Because it was so... I was just so like, why? But I left it on a plate in the kitchen to defrost and like fold out. It was really annoying though. I don't know why. It's just one of the gripes of having bread in the freezer. On a side note though, the bread did say on it that it was best before the 10th of August. And I know for a fact that if you put it in the freezer, that best by date, I believe, gets extended. I'm not too sure. Well, whole CTGP server is down. Is it? Like the website as well? Huh. What do you know? Well, that's enough of that chapter then. Jesus Christ, Jake, I was just catching up on chat. That's why I didn't see anything. Ah, okay. That would make sense. If that's due to thunderstorms, then that wouldn't surprise me. Alright. Let's move on then. I think that is it for today. Just before I finish off, see this wonderful man, my good friend Jacob, also known on Twitch as IDK_maniac. As on the 17th of August, which just passed, it was his birthday, so he's now 19. You got this idiot here. We'll just cover him up so you can't look at that disgusting face. It looks like I'm just picking my nose. Can't even do it intentionally. It's so accurate. Hold on. I've never tried so hard to pick my nose in my life. It just disappeared. Okay, never mind. My hand is so far up my nose it disappeared. There we go. Look at him, he's picking his nose. Ew, disgusting. Get that shit off screen. I don't know why I did it that way. But yeah, if you're on the Discord server, it's not his birthday still in the UK. Sadly, it's gone past midnight, so it's now the 18th here. But if it's still the 17th for you, and you're on the Discord server, just at Maniac or Jacob on there, and just be like, "Happy birthday, you prick," or something. I'm sure he'll understand what it meant. He'll know that me told you. Will, you'll probably Jake even. You're gonna have to wait for next stream because I'm not waiting for you to write a goddamn paragraph like you did last time. You used that too late. I shall sleep now. Good night, Sean. Take it easy then, Fatality. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you everyone for stopping by. You'll get one next stream. Awesome. This will go in Beach 3 if you're not careful. What, me picking my nose? Oh, crap. No. We need to get rid of that. This is the most disgusting comment I've ever heard. Story time just rejected. Yeah, well, Jake's story time was a very weird one. Jake could honestly just, like, off stream write what he wants to write and then just spam it as soon as I stream next. I could literally just have it in a notepad ready and waiting for me to stream next time. Anyways, let's take a look on the Mario Kart Wii directory and see who's live. I know Mr. Nick Mead is streaming. And he's playing this game online, so that might be cool. But let's see if there's anyone else. Someone smaller. Someone who might know me a little better. TWD98 only has 372 viewers right now. Let's raid him. No. Troy does not need my help. We got Nick, Casper, Nolan, Minnow Run, TWD98, Handy86, stupid man, picking his nose. Anyone else I recognise? No, I guess we're going with Nick then. Awesome. You should make a point reward about I do what I do. Making 5 paragraphs or replace the will permit with the Jate will permit. I just don't. Because that's like merging the shadow paragraph and the will thing into this massive nightmare that I have to read out loud. It's like the second time you did that, I just gave up. I just got Google Translate to read it all out for me. And in Russian. Yeah, good night, good night. I'm going to play Mario Maker 2 now. I'll have a good night and chat. Thank you, Chris, for coming round. It's always a pleasant surprise when you pop by. Right, anywho's. Yes, I will get around it. Make it so you have to redeem both. Or make the reward combine the scores. I'll just make the reward ridiculously overpriced. And then be like, screw everyone else. Just 100,000 points. Have to write a fucking 3-page novel in my chat. I think that's how much I deserve to have people spend for something like that. Right. Anywho, where's my stream gone? Let me just break my tablet. Perfect. Right. Anyways, I'm going to host Nick. Thank you everyone for popping around again. Sorry I wasn't able to make anything really that achievable on MC3. But what can you do sometimes, I guess. Anyways, I'll see you when I next see you. Take it easy. Have a good night. And all that malarkey.